Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the first episode of 12 Steps to Home Ownership. I am your host, Keisha Matthews, broker and owner of Matthews & Company Realty Group, and I'm so glad that you can join us. As with any major purchase, it pays to be well informed prior to making any decisions. And as a first-time home buyer, you should weigh the pros and cons of home ownership versus renting. It has its advantages and disadvantages, which we're going to talk about today. So let's jump right in and talk about the top 3 pros and cons of home ownership. So let's start with the cons. On the con side of home ownership, number 1 is monthly costs. The average homeowner is paying in their mortgage their principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. This is something that would be new to you if you're renting. In addition to the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and in addition to your basic average utilities such as SMUD and PG&E, you'd also be responsible for water, sewer, and garbage. And in general, overall, you become responsible for the overall maintenance and upkeep of your home, which you want to do to maintain its value. That's something you would not be responsible for as a renter. Number 2 on the con side is that there are no guarantees. There are no guarantees that your home will maintain its value once you've purchased it. Changes in market conditions, whether or not you maintain the property to allow it to hold its value, and other factors all will affect the value of your property. Traditionally, real estate is known to trend upward over the long run, but no one has a crystal ball and no way of knowing when that value is going to drop. Should you need to sell when values have declined and you haven't paid off that loan, your house may be upside down and you may owe more than what the house is actually worth and end up needing to do a short sale. So number 2 is that there are no guarantees. We hope it goes up, but we can't guarantee it. And item number 3 in the con column on home ownership is maintenance and repairs. I kind of hinted toward it in number 1, but here I want to talk about it in a little more detail. You know how you could pick up the phone and call that landlord to come and fix something, assuming he was or she was a good landlord, and they'd come over and take care of that, pay it or get it fixed? That is now on you. If the roof needs to be repaired, that is now on you. If the refrigerator or an appliance needs to be replaced, that is now on you. The grass needing to be mowed, a hole in the wall, any little issue that might happen in that home, that is now all on you. But don't fret. Just as there are cons to home ownership, there are also several pros. And let's talk about those now. So the number 1 pro is almost in direct conflict with no guarantee. Your home can be a direct source of income for you. The longer you stay in your home and it increases in value, that's known as equity. And equity is just as good as money in the bank. Again, the longer you stay in your home, the more beneficial. When you retire, if you decide to sell your home, you can then use those funds to fund your retirement, or stay in the home, do a reverse mortgage, and live off of the equity. The number 2 pro of home ownership is stability and control. You are the owner. No one's going to come knocking on your door if you've been paying your mortgage on time, telling you that it's time for you to go because they've decided to sell the home. And you now have a 60-day or a 30-day notice. I know we all know someone who's been through that, or we've been through it ourselves. As a homeowner, if you are paying your mortgage on time, no one's going to come and put you out. The control part, that's your home, so you get to do with it what you please. If you want to knock a wall out, if you want to update the cabinets, if you want to update the countertop, if you want to change the kitchen, whatever you want to do in that home is totally up to you. I advise you to check with your real estate professional to make sure that any updates that you do are not going to affect the value of your home at a later time if you decide to sell though. But it's yours. You've got the stability and you've got control. And the number 3 pro of home ownership is that your expenses are capped. You know every month how much it's going to cost you to live in that house. You're going in more than likely with a 30-year fixed FHA or conventional loan. Your mortgage is not going to go up and down. You know every month what your utilities are. You can control most of the cost of the utilities. So if you need to bring it down, you know how to tell people to turn out the lights, stop using this, what have you. You have control of your expenses. No one's sending you any letters telling you that your rent is going to go up. Your bank is not going to send you a letter unless you got an adjustable rate mortgage. A fixed rate mortgage, you're not getting any letters from your lender saying that your mortgage is going up. But you could very well live in your home 30 years straight, same expenses every month. The beauty of home ownership. Whether you are a new, experienced, or move-up buyer, you need to always evaluate your financial situation to ensure that you're prepared to meet that higher mortgage payment, which we'll talk about budget in the next episode. Thanks for joining.
Hooked on